Dynamic entry. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to our show. We're back again. We're going to give you some more reviews. Sorry if you missed us last week. We skipped last week because we put out another video, which you should watch, where we rank original songs from TV shows. So we're back now. So that means we're going to give you guys a two-part review. So this will be our review of episode 3 and 4 of Spy Family. So let's talk about it. Okay, so as always, Venom's here again. Hello, guys. Welcome him in. He likes to be here. And so we'll start off with 3. We'll go into 4. It's going to be like that. So starting off on 3, Spy Family episode 3, we got the family outing episode where they go out and they do some fun stuff because Lloyd is interviewing them, doing a mock interview.
Getting them prepped.
And he's like, hey, what do you guys like to do for fun? And they're just giving out some terrible answers. So he's like, I have to give these people some culture. So they went on a family outing. They went to museum,
the opera,
and then I think they went to go eat.
Yes,
I think that was pretty.
They went to go eat and then end up at the park.
Yeah,
that little secret part after everything happened. Because
so he needs them to have better answers because he asked Anya like, hey, what do you guys like to do when you guys are at home, whatever? And she was like, I sit at home when my dad leaves me.
My dad tells me to sit at home and watch TV.
He's like, that's definitely not gonna.
He
work.
goes, no.
Yeah, we need to fix that. So it was a fun little episode. They it wasn't too crazy. This was the first episode where I was kind of like, it was alright. It felt more very slice of lifey than
it was very wholesome for me. I enjoyed it very much so.
Did you?
I did.
Okay. That's probably, I think, another reason why I was like, we could just combine this last week's episode with this week's because they didn't really do a lot. Like I said,
nothing too crazy. I think it was just more like them trying to get across the family dynamic of how it's going to be for the whole series. And then the only real action you had in that whole time was that dude who robbed the old lady, which is it just kind of felt out of place for me, honestly. It just, I don't know why they had to throw that in there.
They need some action.
They need some action. That's kind of been sticking with the theme. So here's a little wholesome, here's a little emotional, here's a little sad, here's a little action. It's
for people like me who are getting bored of the episode. They're like, okay, we need to do something. They can't just have it nice.
They got something for everybody. You got the slice of life people like myself. You got the action people like this one. So it's, that's just, they're so good.
Yeah, it was still a good episode. I just feel like it was my least favorite that they've done
so far.
Yeah, and but it was very sweet. It touched on them actually becoming a family and them getting closer together. Like Yor and Anya bonding more with Lloyd, and Lloyd just kind of
they bonded for all of about 30 seconds. So.
Yeah, so he stops the purse robber. They work together, and still no one's questioning each other for some reason. When Yor jumps down and chases the guy, and then when fucking Anya's like, hey, there's that guy right there. No one questions.
She just said, I want cake.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And it just so happened that the dude was passing by, and he's like, hey, well, good thing you were hungry at that moment.
Mm-hmm. And he jumps down, punches the robber.
You're a spy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was badass, by the way. Fucking man, he's like, here, hold the child. Jumps off the bridge.
Knocks him out.
And then I think there's a lot of people that are like, what the fuck just happened? He goes, he's a purse robber.
Yeah.
Call the police on him.
And I was like,
distraction.
I would have been like, what the hell are you talking about? How do you know
wait, where are you going? You can't leave.
You might have just robbed that guy and said he's the robber, but you're not. So yeah, it was. I'm just like, no one wants to question each other. I get it. They don't want to reveal themselves and they don't want to do anything too suspicious to get themselves questioned.
I can't act sus.
Yeah.
They can't act suspicious.
So it's like, hey, don't ask, don't tell. That's kind of how it is right now. And yeah, I was a little worried about the little grandma because I felt like the grandma was gonna be kind of like a test and kind of like someone's undercover.
Maybe they're testing for eating for the college or
it's just anybody like another organization or something. Hey, we have suspicion, so rob them in front of these people. And
I never thought about it that way, but I guess it doesn't. That makes a lot of sense because that was my thing. I was like, it's just so out of place. They're just chilling at a park, doing some family bonding, and then all of a sudden they got to throw in old lady getting robbed, and then they got to go to action mode, Thor Princess, Twilight mode. I don't know.
I just don't trust old people. That's what it is. So I was like, anytime there's an old lady on an anime, I'm like, I don't trust you really. Are you really old, or are you just someone who's a demon who's disguised as an old lady? It's just me.
I think this episode needed a little more Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie.
I haven't seen him. I don't think he was in the last 2 episodes.
Damn, he wasn't. That's so sad.
He might have had I feel like I saw him for a split second in one of the episodes, but I might be confusing that with episode 2 where he literally just shows up at the beginning. And that's
opening, Yeah. He wasn't in there. I don't know why. Where is it? I want to say that he's the same voice actor who does Dimple, which is probably why I like him.
I think because he forged the marriage certificate too. He's like, I had my friend forged this marriage certificate, so it says we've been married for a year. Was that episode 3?
I feel feel like that was I think that was no, I think it was episode 2.
Because she moves in. Does she move in episode 2? No, she moves in episode 3. Right?
Maybe. I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. I was like, God, I thought I rewatched it last night.
Is it even 3 and 4? Are we on 4 and 5? No.
No.
We're on 3
As I
and
told you, first episode's Lloyd, second episode is Yor, third episode is them moving in and doing the mock interview and their family outing, and the fourth episode was this most recent one.
No,
I promise you.
But wasn't 3 the dinner?
What dinner?
Like where they meet him. They're like, oh, my husband. Or that's still episode 2.
That's the part. That's still episode 2 because he
Is-
shows up like it's like the very last like few minutes of the episode. He shows up all bloody, and that party lasts all of like 30 seconds.
Running together for me. But yeah, so Frankie, we need more of him. It's obsessed with me that he's not there. So spoilers.
I know he's your favorite, so
4 or 2. He wasn't.
they know
in
it's
that episode.
spoilers. We told them it's spoilers.
Yeah.
If you're watching a review of the episode, you know this thing is full of spoilers. We're gonna tell you everything.
That's true. So yeah, he wasn't in there. So that's your complaint about that. My biggest complaint about episode 3 was it got kind of boring.
Got a little stale for you. It's okay. That happens.
Stale. But it's fine because episode 4, moving into episode 4,
fantastic.
redeemed it for me.
Oh, absolutely.
So episode 4, it shows them finally getting interviewed by the school Eden that Twilight's trying to get Anya into.
The long-awaited interview.
Yeah, so they've done the mock interviews. He's gotten them ready, and he's like, "Well, we're as ready as we're gonna be. We have to go to the interview." So they get to the school, and the whole time they're being observed. So they kind of have to like be on their P's and Q's.
They're like, we're being watched. Like, he can feel it. And then he starts to... Then, you know, of course, Lloyd being the super spy he is, he's like, oh, I see the people in the windows. Of course, you already sees them, too, because, you know, she's an assassin. They gotta be observant and all that shit. But then you see all the other examinees. I didn't expect to see that many fucking, like, groups of people. I thought it was gonna be, like, maybe a few people. There was a lot of fucking kids getting into that college. I was like...
That's a lot.
Did not seem, for as high standards that school is, that there was gonna be a lot of kids going in that school.
Yeah, it's crazy. You have to pass the written exam, and then you have to get interviewed.
Yeah.
And then you might get in.
There's schools that are like that, though.
That's so annoying.
It's insane. Like, schools that are that high. It's just... You're teaching them freaking...
reading, writing,
reading, writing, whatever.
That's it.
Get out of here, you're bullshit.
Yeah, it's a lot. But was there anything that happened in the beginning that I'm missing, or did they just kind of like go straight into?
Yeah, I think they literally just go straight into like, are we ready? We're ready for this. Let's do this.
Okay.
And they're walking up to the college, and yeah, it's like I don't think anything really happens in the beginning of the episode. It's just, yeah, I think they just walk. It's literally just them walking up, like they're like, are we ready? Let's do this. Let's leave.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, they get to the school. They find out that they're being watched, and the people in the window. Shout out to Gentle Criminal, because that's who he reminds me of from My Hero Academia. He's all about elegance.
Mr. Elegance?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cracking me up, dude, the whole time.
The whole time. So they're just like watching through a window, and then
they're feeling people right then and there. They're like, nope, you
judging.
fail. Nope, you fail. If you walk, so funny, if you trip, you stumble, fail.
What
instantly.
got his attention when he saw them? Did he just see them and was like, oh, they look
Yeah,
kind of hot?
he just noticed that they kind of like stood out. Like, what is it? He's like, they kind of like carry themselves a little more elegantly. Because you know, boy, that's what he's going for. He's like, I'm an upper class man in this kind of life. Like, he's like, I need to present myself as an upper class kind of person. So I think he was just carrying himself with that sort of elegance that Mr. Elegance, Gentle Criminal, was like, hey,
They
he
look
was honed
hot.
in on that shit. His whole thing is that he's an elegant man.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, let's send some tests their way. And there's a fat kid who gets stuck in...
I think those tests were already in place just for, like, not even for them.
Oh,
I think they were just there in general. So, yeah, like, the fucking kid in the sewer, hell, I can't get out, I'm stuck. I was just like, I didn't even think about it being a test in the first place. I was like, this is some high school, and it's just some kid in the fucking sewer? Like,
No.
That just makes sense because it's just, like, for, like, the episode itself, like, just how, not random, but they kind of throw all the elements in. So I thought it was just them throwing in, like, their comedic element,
Yeah,
or, like, they're like, oh, thanks for helping my kid out, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's a fat kid who gets stuck in a drain, and so Twilight, Lloyd looks at it like, oh shit, this might be a test. I don't know how we should react to this.
Spoiler, it is.
Yeah, and he's like, he nudges Anya, kind of like, hey, go help the kid, and she's like, oh, hey, there's a kid over there.
There's a kid stuck in the sewer over there. We should help him.
And so they go help the kid, and then the Gentle Criminal is like, oh, what are they gonna do now?
There's no way.
If they get dirty,
like, he's kicking and screaming like this and kicking like sewer water and mud around. They're like, well, if they get dirty, that's instant fail.
Yeah, you
so
can't
like,
come in
how
and
do you
do
get through this, Mr. Elegant family? Lloyd says, let me show you. Steps in the sewer
with one foot, getting his whole suit dirty.
One hands the fat kid,
pulls him up,
out, flicks the mud out at the same time,
and mud gets on Lloyd gets on Anya and Yor.
So they're like instant fail. He's like, get him out.
He walks away disgusted. He's like, they're dirty, and walks away.
He's like, dirty family. He's like, fail them instantly. No.
Cuts to Lloyd. Lloyd's like, good thing we planned for
Good
this.
thing we prepared for this.
Fucking suitcase.
Outfit change.
They change because the whole time they're walking with suitcases, and Lloyd keeps kind of looking at it like, oh, I need to resort to this. And you're like, what is it? Is it a weapon? Is he gonna kill someone?
I thought it was a weapon because you've seen spies.
Yeah.
Like they got the suitcase gun or whatever. So it's like, I don't know why he needs the gun. Is he planning on assassinating the man right now? Like, I didn't think anything of it. Some fancy people just have briefcases, whatever.
Turns out it's an outfit change for the whole family. And
Real
Gentle
quick.
Criminal loses his fucking mind. He's like, why do they have
the amount
that?
of elegance? He was mind blown.
How do they have that ready on deck and they're just ready to go? He's like, it's so beautiful, so elegant. And he's like, okay, very well. They passed. They helped the kid out. They even thanked the kid, and he was shocked by that. So they had manners. They cleaned up. They looked really nice, and they remained elegant. Moving on.
Time.
They keep
On to the next
walking.
one.
And you hear them just having little conversations like, hey, yeah, they're still watching us, whatever. And the elegant criminal's like, all right, I'll test them again. And then we hear like, oh my god, what's happening? Screaming, and then a stampede of animals starts chasing them.
I thought there was something else in between there. It was a stampede. Okay.
Yeah, stampede. And Lloyd's like, are they gonna really go this fucking far?
They went this far. This
This
fucking stampede. Oh god.
Everyone's freaking out because there's animals chasing them, and then cuts the elegant criminal man was like, what the fuck are you guys
He's
doing?
like, what are you guys doing? Why did you do this? And
You
they're
went
like,
too far.
they're like, we didn't do this.
And he's like, wait, this is an
And
actual
he's like,
accident?
this is actual accident. He's like, oh no.
So he's freaking out because his guests might get trampled. He's like, there's very important people down
there
there.
are very important people down there.
They might get trampled by these fucking cows. So they're getting, everyone's running. A kid falls to the ground, one of the other parents' kids, and the parent's like, fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm the CEO of Planet Bank or whatever. He goes, I don't give a shit. He's like, I'm a big senator man or whatever.
I need to live. I don't care if you die.
His son falls. He goes, I'll have another. Gone.
And Lloyd, being the spy man he is, jumps in front of him, saves him very much like Zenitsu pose here, just like, who got your child? And everyone's like, damn, that's tight.
Unfortunately, though, ripping said suit in the process.
Ripped his
Suit change.
Yep. And then there's one mad cow, a kiss cow, because he
Oh,
looks
he's
like
fucking the kid.
Gene Simmons.
Like that must be the leader.
Yeah, he's
He's
chasing.
got the Starman makeup on.
I think he's chasing Anya, or is he about to kill them?
He's just stampeding straight ahead, and Lloyd just happens to see him. And he's like, that must be the leader of the stampede.
Yeah.
So then I think they kind of make eye contact, and then it attempts to charge at them. But I don't think Lloyd can move because he's holding the kid still or something.
He's just like, what do I do? And then
Yeah, he's like,
before
what
he
can I do to
react-
dispatch this cow from getting from impaling me and this kid right now? Cue Thorn Princess.
She's like, hold the child.
Yeah, hold the cow.
Hands Hanya to Lloyd and then runs and just does some pinpoint accuracy.
I thought she was about to kill the cow. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, she's about to slaughter this
Kill
cow
this
in
cow.
front of all of these people and kids.
Fucking pressure points the cow.
Boom, boom, boom.
Cow falls down and starts freaking out. She does a cool little anime pose.
Same with these. Again, she's got the two
Fingers
fingers down.
out.
She's just.
And she's like, hey, well, sorry, I did yoga classes, so that's
I
all
learned
I
it from
know.
yoga. I swear.
Again, no one questions her or fucking Lloyd. They're just like, yeah, whatever, we're not gonna ask you questions. And the cow gets paralyzed. Anya's like, hey, that cow looks sad.
Apparently, she can also read animal minds.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
That's the thing too. Apparently, she can read anyone's mind. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be human. She can just read your mind. And she's like, the cow's afraid.
He goes and tries to like pet it, whatever.
Consoles the cow, even though they're like, Anya, what are you doing? He's like, it's gonna hurt you.
And the elegant criminal's like, wow, they
And
just
she
stopped that stampede.
She stopped stampede, and she forgave the cow.
Yeah, she forgave the cow, and he's like,
He was bald, tears. Man is in tears.
It's like,
It's
they're so
so
elegant.
elegant. He's like, I can't handle this.
And then just when he couldn't handle it anymore, boom, cue another fucking outfit change. They change.
Oh yeah, because he
for
runs
the third
downstairs,
time.
and he's like, Forgers! He screams at him, and he's like,
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
I'm so sorry. He's like a total accident. He was like, we're delaying the interviews. He's like, if you want to come later, they're like, don't worry about it. Outfit
Boom.
change once again. I think the third one was the best too. The man had the top hat.
Oh, yeah.
He had I was like, it's smooth. This man was clean.
And he's like, why do they have a third change of outfits? He freaks out again. He's like, okay.
I'm surprised the man didn't have a heart attack right there.
Yeah, very well. You guys will continue the interview. So we finally get to the interview.
The interview.
3 judges. One being elegant criminal man. One is an old nice man apparently, and the third one's a fucking piece of shit.
He's an asshole.
Just a dick who got divorced.
Fuck you,
recently.
Swan.
Yeah, Swan. That's his name.
Fucking Swan.
Yeah, so they're asking questions, it's going fine, and then we find out that the Swan guy is asking questions to be a dick because he's a divorced.
His wife is divorcing him, and he just lost custody of his child. So he's like, you know what? Fuck all these people and their families.
I'm gonna
He's
fail
like,
all of them.
I'm gonna fail everybody. It was a nice, happy family.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, he pokes and prods because mind reader Anya is like, I can read your mind.
Oh, the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, and
Lloyd
so
is
he's like sitting there like, I'm gonna piss these people off, and he's just poking and prodding, and
Anya almost exposes them like several times.
dude, she's like, what did your dad do for the interview? He's a
Specialist.
And Lloyd's face had me dying.
Like, what?
'Cause he's just like,
So
he'd been found out.
Specialist of mental illnesses.
Did your tongue slip there? Did you have a tongue slip?
And then the other one where she was like, "Oh, what do you want? Like, what are your bigger goals here?" And Lloyd was like, "To kill the headmaster or whatever."
Yeah, she's like to kill the boss of the organization. And they're like, she means she wants to be where you are, headmaster.
Wants to take over your position.
Work hard and be where you are one day.
And again, Lloyd does not question. No one questions anyone.
You were a super spy. Your whole thing is intelligence and information, and you can't tell that the kid is reading your mind.
Yep, it's ridiculous.
She's 6.
Yeah, you should know these things.
You should know these things. And
so,
then we get to the best part.
When Swan Man questions Anya.
Goes a little too far.
He asks Yor, like, "Hey, Yor, we noticed that you guys are not like, this is not your child. This is your...
we know it's your second marriage.
Yeah, that you've taken this family. You're the stepmom, basically. So Anya, who do you like more, your real mom or your stepmom?"
And that breaks something in Anya because we don't know much about her past.
Yeah.
But as you see,
it made her cry.
Immediately cry. And Lloyd's thing is he don't want to see kids cry. Mm-hmm. And you made his kid cry.
And his whole mind is saying, like, I don't give a fuck about this family. They're not my real family.
Why am I doing this for a mission? Why am I so upset right now?
And like his body's just moving on its own. Well, the whole time he's having different thoughts. Like, I should just stay where I'm at. I should react calmly. I'll be fine. As he gets up,
as he's getting up, he's like, I just need to chill. And you just see that look on his face when he had that punch winded up too. Yeah. I was like,
he's dead.
I was ready. I was like, destroy this man. And then they cut outside.
You hear a loud crash.
And you're just waiting. Table's busted. Dead bug. He goes, my apologies. There was a mosquito.
A mosquito. Swan's freaking out.
I was done, dude.
What the hell?
I was dead. I was laughing so hard. Yes, Lloyd. Love that man.
Showing his strength, and he freaks out. Swan's like, "What the hell's your problem?"
Like, how dare you take a swing at me? And then, of course, I thought you were about to kill it, man. Do you see the freaking creaky fingers she had? I was like, she's gonna kill.
And he was like, "Calm down, don't get mad at me, because
she's gonna kill everybody in this room right now."
Calm down, Jamal. Don't bring out the 9. And that's pretty much what Swan was saying to her. Like, "Hey, what the hell? Are you gonna kill me? It's not my fault that you're a terrible mom, whatever."
Oh.
And he's like, "Fuck you." Lloyd just gets pissed off. He's like, "Fuck you guys. We don't want to be in your school because."
If that's how you treat children, or is that how you handle children's feelings?
Yep.
He's like, "I don't want anything to do with your school." And then, of course, Mr. Elegant Man.
Coat flap. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Leave. They leave, and then Nice Old Man and Elegant Man were like, "The hell's your problem, Swan?" It's like, "I'm just questioning these kids.
My dad owns this school. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you think."
And then
Gentle criminal.
Ugh. Gives him a punch in the face.
I was like, yes, at least he got punched in the fucking face.
Yeah, knocks Swan out, and then it cuts to the family in their home. Fucking distraught, just like, defeated. What do we do?
Because they are unsure of what's gonna happen now.
Lose my family. I have to go back to killing. I can't get exposed. Anya doesn't want to go back to the orphanage. It's all sad.
You don't know what's gonna happen, and
Anya's like, well, maybe because the other guys were nicer that they'll overpower the other guy, and maybe we'll still get in.
Like, maybe we'll get a good referral because the other two were so nice. And I was like, so it kind of leaves off on a little bit more of a happier tone until the picture falls.
Oh yeah, the family.
Because they're like, we're gonna last for a long time. They're like, hope we'll get through this. We'll get through this, and then their family photo falls on the ground. No rhyme or reason.
Bad omen.
They're just like, that's not a good sign. And then the episode ends.
Which is kind of crazy how it ended like that. I thought we were gonna get some closure.
Nope. All it did is left you on a cliffhanger. You're like, well, that's not a good omen. And then of course it brought back my favorite ending song.
Oh yeah.
I still don't know what it's called. I'm waiting to figure out what the hell it is.
You just enjoy it.
But I love it.
Yeah. So we got the ending. That's that. We don't know if she's gonna get in. I'm assuming she's gonna get in. I think
we're gonna assume, since we're slated for 23 episodes, she's getting into the school. Yeah. But hey, who knows sometimes with these people.
So it's like, will they start showing like Anya in school? Is she gonna have like to deal with bullies? What's gonna go there? And where do they go? What happens when he gets in? Because we still haven't really gotten like, the past 2 episodes have been.
We haven't even seen the bad guy yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen the bad guy. The past 2 episodes have been just more like family based. I want to see them like. Yor hasn't got an assignment yet. How is she gonna get?
Where's the spy part? Yeah, we got the family part. We need the spy part.
The spy stuff, spy assassin stuff. So I'm curious to see where they go from here. But yeah, I'm just gonna assume they're gonna get in because, like how Anya said, maybe they're just gonna override the one guy's decision, even though he owns the school.
He's still technically the headmaster.
Yeah,
but he's only one. They call him housemasters. Because is he the headmaster or is he just one of the housemasters?
There were 3 housemasters.
Okay,
so he teaches social studies, I think, something like that. That's what they tell everybody. Like,
the
nice guy's English,
and then they have like how they are.
Yeah,
the mean guy's economics, and then like the
that's what it was.
I think he's like money, of course. Greedy motherfucker.
and then English was the guy that everybody likes, and then Gentle Criminal, I don't know what he teaches. I think they're just like, yeah, whatever, he's cool. But yeah, that was Spy Family episode 4. I think this episode was a lot more entertaining than the last episode, which I think is the point. Obviously, we're going to get some low episodes. We can't have like all bangers back to back. Some of them are going to kind of be slower. Much needed. But yeah, I did like this episode a lot. So still the course for the season is really good so far. Still enjoying it.
Oh yeah. Not sure where to, yeah, so I don't know where to go from here, because like if it is 23, 24 episodes, that's 2 seasons, so like when are they gonna get the action? Because
yeah,
most seasons are like 12 episodes long, so you gotta figure the action's gotta start about 6, 7, maybe 5, 6. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more in the next couple episodes of like we meet the bad guy. Yeah, I was like, we're gonna get more missions. Like obviously he's gonna have to kill people. Where's your excuse? What's she gonna do? How is she just gonna leave?
Yeah.
So a lot of questions, lots of things that are gonna happen hopefully soon. I can't wait.
Is the family gonna ever ask questions to each other? We need to know. You guys need to expose yourselves.
I think it'd be way easier if they just told each other.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like you can't. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
Especially I was like, Anya. It's like I could read minds.
Yeah. I'm anticipating too that her brother, I think, is an assassin too or something.
Yuri.
Yeah. It's got to be something.
Because I think in episode 3 when she moves in, she has the picture, but you don't ever get to see the picture too.
Yeah, it's
so
all
that's what
like,
I'm wondering. I'm like, I wonder who it is. Like, who is this person? Like, it's so mysterious. We can't see them.
Yeah.
But Lloyd's seen him, and obviously, like, it didn't do that typical anime thing where they see the picture and they go, oh,
yeah,
and then they show who it is. They didn't show it at all, which is even, I was like, I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, that's
yeah, but it's not been shown us though. So I'm like, why do they keep hiding it? Like, what's the big reveal gonna be?
All you've heard from him is his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Just that one phone call that they had, and that's basically it. And you don't see him or nothing like that. Like, Yor has her flashbacks, but she doesn't like show him or anything like that. So we don't know what he looks like.
Are they even really brothers? Maybe she's in fucking orphan too.
And she's younger than him too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I don't know what. I'm still interested. Like I said, this episode definitely redeemed it for me from last week's episode. Even though last week's episode wasn't bad, just wasn't what I wanted. So yeah, it's still gonna be fun. I still think that there's got to be some sort of twist. I'm thinking Yor and Lloyd have to get pitted against each other at one point.
Dude,
like, your assignment.
I don't want to think about it, but I think about it.
That's what it's gonna be.
Just what's gonna happen.
Your assignment is Lloyd. It's gonna be Mr. and Mrs. Smith style, where they kind of kill each other.
Because you find out that like Lloyd works for Westerios or whatever it's called, which is trying to stop the war. But who does Yor work for?
Yeah,
that's the thing. And it's like she's already been there. So does she work for this side of the country that wants to start the war?
Yeah.
Is she just freelance? Like, who's the housemaster that gives her assignments?
Yeah. Oh, also, update from last review that we did. We had no idea where the hell Yor worked. Yor works in like the capital, basically.
She's a civil servant.
Yeah, that's what it was. We thought it was like a hotel.
I thought she was like a maid or like it's like a barkeep. No, like not barkeep, but a fucking like housekeeper, whatever.
Yeah.
She's a civil servant.
Yep.
So I think that's like a secretary. I think for like the.
I think she just works like if you go to like the state capitol and someone just works like there, like secretary, like assistant.
I think Yuri does the same thing, but he's just like a higher position.
Sure he does.
Yeah,
he's
whatever he does.
He's an assassin, man. He's the one giving you the.
He has to be like, how does your younger brother not end up in the same position as you? I was like, you just do it to like, so he doesn't have to do it, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, is that one of the, she's like, I did it to protect you. But she's been doing it her whole life.
Yeah.
Because apparently she's been training her whole life to be an assassin. So it's like, why didn't your brother get trained?
Did he train you, though? That's why I'm like, there's got to be something there.
There's got to be something.
But yeah, so episode's been great. Episode 5, looking forward to it. If you have not started it and you're still watching these reviews, what's going on? You should watch it.
Yeah, why are you watching us? You should watch the show and then watch us talk about it.
Yep.
And miss things.
Still good. So yeah, that's going to be it for our review of episodes 3 and 4 of Spy Family.
We hope it's 3 and 4 anyways. Could be 4 and 5. I don't think it is though.
I think it's 3 and 4. But yeah, as always, subscribe down below. Leave us comments what you thought of the episodes. Watch our last video or any videos that we posted. They're all fun for you guys to watch and enjoy. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out.